Today will be a day full of surprises in your life. Not because you have already predicted everything, but because I am preparing to reveal my kindness in a way that goes beyond anything you have imagined. My child, let your heart become still and hear my word with deep peace. For I have not come to make you act hastily, nor have I come to make you chase outward signs. I have come to remind you that your silent prayers have been heard. The nights when you tossed and turned have been seen by me, and the tears you swallowed back have not fallen in vain. There are things you thought only you knew, but I was there. There are worries you did not dare speak to anyone, but I understood them. There are burdens you have carried for so long that you thought they had become part of your life. But I declare that it is time for you to learn how to lay them down before me. My beloved child, I have seen the days when you tried to stand firm amid lack, the moments when you looked at the responsibilities before you and your heart felt heavy as stone, the times when you wondered whether you still had enough strength to continue for one more season. But I want you to know that delay is not the end, and the doors that once closed do not have the right to determine your worth. I am the one who opens a way where you thought there was no path. The one who softens places that seemed barren. The one who can cause the small thing in your hand to become provision at the right time. When I bless, I do not only touch the outward circumstances, I also rebuild within you courage, clarity, and the faith that you have not been forgotten in the vast current of life. There were words of doubt that once swirled around you like dust in the wind. There were people who did not believe you would be able to rise again. Circumstances that made you doubt yourself, and old memories that kept repeating to remind you of former failures. But I tell you that the final word does not belong to those voices. I will not need you to answer with bitterness, nor do I want you to prove yourself through pride. I will teach you to stand firm in humility, so that the good results, the peace upon your life, and the way you are restored day by day will become the gentlest yet most powerful answer. When I lift you up, you will not need to argue with those who once failed to understand you. The light within you will speak for itself in the language of grace. The gates of abundance that I open for you will not only take the form of money, though I know you need concrete provision for very real matters. The abundance I give also comes as the right idea at the right time. Healthy relationships, opportunities placed into your hands, health to do what must be done, alertness so you do not miss what is good, and peace so you do not exchange your dignity for dark shortcuts. Do not limit the way I work by your own imagination. I can send help through a source you did not expect. Open an encounter that seems ordinary. Place in someone's heart the prompting to support you, or illuminate a path that has been near all along, but that you were not calm enough to recognize. What I do often does not need noise, but when it arrives at the appointed time, it will be so clear that your heart will know it is my hand. Yet listen to me carefully. The obedience I desire from you is not a hurried reaction born from fear of losing a blessing, nor is it an outward action meant to purchase a miracle. True obedience begins in a heart that knows how to trust, how to step out of anxiety, and how to choose what is upright, even when no one is watching. When I call you to obedience, I am calling you back to holy order, to do what you have delayed for too long, to close the door that has disturbed your heart, to stop feeding self-condemning thoughts, to manage what you already have with wisdom, and to open your heart to receive my guidance. Your blessing is not locked away by whether or not you say a word before a crowd. What matters is whether you allow me to restore what is inside you, lead you by peace, and teach you to receive what is good with clean hands. Today, I want you to walk by faith, but that faith is not blind recklessness. Faith is when you do not yet see the entire road, yet still choose to take the next step in righteousness. Faith is when you no longer allow lack to determine your character. Faith is when you continue to live generously, honestly, and tender-heartedly, even though there were times when life made you want to close yourself off. I am leading you into holy restoration, where what was lost is not only repaid, but also transformed into wisdom. I do not only want to place more into your hands, I want to make you steady enough to hold what is given without losing your peace, without losing your purity, and without losing your gratitude. You once thought breakthrough had to come with a loud sound, but I often begin with a quiet movement, a clearer thought, a firmer decision, a worry that suddenly loses its right to rule. A small door opening after many days when you thought everything was standing still. Do not despise small signs, for the seed grows in silence before the tree stretches its shade beneath the sky. I am cutting off delays that do not come from me, but I am also teaching you to distinguish between purposeful waiting and stagnation caused by fear. Sometimes I tell you to stand still so you may be preserved. Sometimes I tell you to step forward so you may be released. What you need is not to panic in search of an answer, but to remain close enough to me to recognize which calling belongs to peace. I have spoken goodness over your life, and the word I have placed in truth will not return empty. But you must also understand that what I promise is not meant to increase greed, but to heal your wounded trust. I do not give provision so that you may see yourself as higher than others, but so that you may know you are loved, cared for, and sent out to become a source of comfort to many. When I open the treasure I have preserved for you, that treasure may be an opportunity, a deliverance, a new beginning, timely provision, a door of work, réconciliation, or a peace that money cannot buy. Receive it with humility, for whatever comes from me always carries the fragrance of purity. Right now, my presence is covering you, not like a pressure weighing you down, but like gentle light pushing back the darkness in your heart. Let the voices that make you confused settle down. Let the words that once caused you to doubt yourself lose their power. Let me restore the rhythm of your breathing, restore calmness in your thoughts, and restore hope in your day. You do not need to prove your faith through haste. You only need to open your heart. Stand upright. Do what I have taught you, and trust that what I am preparing will come at a time that carries peace. When the good surprise appears, you will recognize that it is not luck, but part of the faithful care I have quietly given you for a long time. Therefore, my beloved child, lift up your head and step into this day with gratitude. Do not let fear cause you to miss my tenderness, and do not let expectation turn you into someone impatient. Hope for what is good, yet remain in wisdom. Believe in open doors, yet keep your heart humble. Prepare for restoration, but do not forget that the greatest miracle is when you no longer live like someone ruled by lack. I am renewing you from the inside out. I am turning sleepless nights into mornings filled with hope, silent tears into streams of strength, and places that seemed empty into land ready to bear fruit. Remain in my peace. For what I open, no darkness can close when you walk in my light. In obedience and in my love, you cried behind closed doors, and I saw every tear that quietly fell from your eyes. Not one tear was forgotten. Not one sob disappeared into emptiness. Not one long night when you sat silently, with your pain passed without me being near. You thought only you knew the times when you had to wipe your own tears. Lift yourself up when your heart was nearly exhausted, and smile before others, while inside you still trembled from what had just fallen apart. But I saw everything, my beloved. I saw you hold on to faith when your circumstances gave you no reason to believe. I saw you keep walking when the ground beneath your feet seemed to be splitting open. I saw you choose not to let go of me, even on days when your heart was filled with questions. Even in seasons when the promise felt so far away, it seemed impossible to touch. That kind of faith moves heaven. That kind of surrender opens doors that human strength cannot open and touches treasures that human wisdom cannot reach. Hear me speak with tenderness, yet with power. I have remembered your faithfulness. On the days when no one praised you, I still saw the quiet choices you made to keep your heart pure. I still knew the times when you wanted to respond with bitterness but chose silence, chose prayer, chose forgiveness, chose to stand firm. I recorded them all in my hidden place. Your life is not in vain. Your waiting is not in vain. You have not sown in tears only to have no harvest. Now I am preparing to reward this, not only in secret, but through a public revealing, so that those who once thought you had been abandoned will have to see that my hand never left you. The blessing I send will be greater than every mocking laugh, greater than every sarcastic word, greater than every glance that once looked lightly upon your battle. Those who once did not understand why you kept believing will eventually see why you did not give up. I will silence the lies that once clung to you like darkness. The words that said you were not good enough, not strong enough, not worthy enough, not loved enough, not enough to step into something greater. All of them will lose their power before the light I place upon your life. I will cause the doubts that once surrounded you to retreat, not because you prove yourself through pride, but because your life will become a mark of grace, what you lacked for many years. I can bring in one appointed moment. What made you wait so long was never beyond my reach. What wore you down was never forgotten by me. I am the one who restores seasons that seemed lost, the one who gathers broken pieces and makes a new beauty, the one who is never late, even when you once thought the clock of your life had already missed its appointed hour. So do not speak over your life in the language of disappointment anymore. Do not say that you are late. Do not say that everyone else has gone ahead while you have been left behind. Do not say that your opportunity has closed. I declare that you are not forgotten, not ignored, not behind in my plan. You are arriving right on time for a divine release from my promise. There are seasons when I let you move slowly, not because I do not love you, but because I am placing depth within you so you can carry the blessing when it comes. There are things I did not allow you to receive earlier because I did not want the blessing to become a burden. Nor did I want what is good to fall into a heart still controlled by old things. I prepared you in the hidden place, strengthened the weak parts, healed the wounded places, and taught you how to discern between what is glamorous and what truly comes from me. Every dry season you have passed through was not the end, but soil being tilled before the heavy rain came. You have known what lack means. You have known how to count every small amount, weigh every decision, and swallow rightful desires because circumstances did not yet allow them. You have had days when you only prayed for enough to keep going, enough to pay what needed to be paid, enough not to collapse under financial pressure. I saw that tension. I saw the anxiety you hid behind a calm appearance. I saw you stay awake late, thinking about the future, wondering when your life would finally step out of the cycle of survival. But I declare that the dry season does not have the final word. I am preparing a new flow, a new provision, a rain of blessing that will not only wet the dry ground, but also revive the seeds you thought had died beneath the soil. Your cup will not only be full, it will overflow. And when it overflows, you will understand that the blessing I give is not only for you. I will cause the abundance in your life to touch those around you, to touch those who also know weariness, lack, and standing in the night without seeing a way out. I do not only change you so that you may have more, I change you so that you may become a flow. I do not bring you out of lack so that you forget others. I bring you into overflow so that your heart becomes wider, your hands become more open, and your words become more uplifting. The financial blessing I give will not only be a number, not only comfort, not only material doors, it will also be healing for your hope, an answer to the years when you wondered whether your life would ever feel lighter. I am replacing the pain of survival with the peace of overflow. You have lived too long in a state of having to hold everything together, having to manage, having to keep yourself from collapsing, until sometimes you do not know how to rest without feeling guilty. You have become used to waiting for something bad to happen, used to preparing for loss, used to shrinking your dreams to fit your fears. But I am teaching you a new rhythm of life. I am teaching you to receive without panic, to be loved without suspicion, to be provided for without fearing that it will disappear tomorrow. My overflow does not come to make you arrogant, but to remove from you the mindset of lack that has clung to you for too long. I want you to know what it feels like to breathe in peace, to walk without anxiety attached to every step, and to look toward the future with brighter eyes. The things that once wounded you, I am turning into a living testimony. The pain that once made you think you were weak will become the place where my tenderness flows through. The years of being misunderstood will cause you to know how to lift up others who are also being overlooked. The seasons of lack will teach your heart to treasure provision, to use blessing with wisdom, and to share with a heart that does not seek display. I did not allow you to pass through everything, only for you to carry scars in silence. I will use your very story to draw others out of darkness, so they can look at you and understand that life after brokenness can still be rebuilt, that hope after depletion can still bloom, and that my hand can still renew a person who thought they had lost too much. You are chosen by me, not in a way that separates you from others, but in a way that helps you understand the responsibility of grace. I kept you hidden for a time, not to forget you, but to protect you. I did not allow every eye to see too soon what I was doing in you. Because some seeds need to grow in secret before they can withstand public light. I hid you from hands that would not know how to treasure you, from voices that could wound the tender sprout of purpose, from doors that looked like opportunities but would actually pull you away from what I had ordained. You thought you were hidden because you did not have enough value. But I say that you were hidden because what I placed in you was too precious to be exposed at the wrong time. And now, as the right time draws near, I will reveal you in my way, not with empty noise, not with hurried striving, not based on temporary human approval, but through steadiness, fruit, peace, and doors opening at the right time. You will not need to push your way forward to be seen. You will not need to beg to be acknowledged. You will not need to prove your worth to those who did not have eyes to see what I am doing. When I lift you up, that lifting will carry the mark of humility and power. When I restore you, it will not only make you rejoice, but will also cause you to worship in deep gratitude. Therefore, my beloved child, lift up your head, wipe away your tears, not because I take your pain lightly, but because the season of mourning is no longer allowed to define you. Prepare your heart for good change. Keep your heart pure when blessing comes. Remember the days when you prayed, so that when you receive, you do not forget the one who led you through. Your waiting is not meaningless. Your faithfulness has not been overlooked. Your lack is not your permanent destiny. I am coming with restoration, provision, healing, and fullness. And when you look back over the road you have traveled, you will understand that I was never late. I was preparing a moment more beautiful than you ever imagined. Step into this day with your eyes fixed on me. For I have gone before you and placed grace upon every step you take. My beloved child, do not let your heart tremble before the things you do not yet know, because what is still unclear before your eyes is already clear in my hands. You may not yet see the whole path, may not understand why this door opens while another closes, may not know what conversation will come, what news will appear, or what decision will require your courage, but I have already walked through this day before you. I have entered the places you are about to go, touched the people you are about to meet, and placed protection over the turns you have not yet been able to name. So do not wake up as someone thrown into a new day alone. Wake up as a child held by the Father's hand, guided by wisdom, covered by mercy, and upheld by power that never diminishes. Every step you place down today is not empty. I cover your path with grace, not only in the easy stretches, but also in the places where you feel you must pass through with courage. The doors you touch will not merely be wood, iron, documents, appointments, opportunities, or responsibilities. They will become places where I reveal favor as you approach them with faith. There are doors that have been waiting for you for a long time, but you once stood outside because you feared you were not strong enough, not wise enough, not ready enough. Today, I tell you that your readiness does not lie in knowing everything, but in trusting the one who is leading you and knows everything. You do not need to control the entire journey in order to walk forward. You only need to keep your eyes fixed on me and continue in obedience. You will not fail in the way fear once whispered to you, because I have placed my strength within you. Not loud strength for you to boast before others, but quiet strength that keeps you standing when pressure comes. Not arrogant confidence that makes you forget your source, but holy steadiness that helps you know you are being upheld from within. Perhaps you still feel nervous, but that nervousness does not mean you are weak. Perhaps your hands still tremble when you must step into something new, but that trembling does not cancel my promise. I do not wait for you to become perfect before I use you. I enter your smallness, breathe into it the warmth of grace, and turn the place you once thought was a limitation into testimony of my faithfulness. Now listen to me very carefully. This blessing is released as you walk in faith. It is not opened by prolonged hesitation, nor is it received by feet that keep stepping backward whenever the shadow of doubt appears. There are things I have spoken over you, but you must enter them through trust. Do not hesitate too long before what I have confirmed in your heart. Do not let your questions become chains that bind your feet in a place that was only meant to be the starting point. Step forward. Speak what I have placed in your heart with gentleness but firmness. Pray as one who knows that I heard before you ever formed the words, give. Not because you have abundance by the world's measurements, but because you know your source is not in lack, but in my open hand. When you pray, do not pray like one left outside the door, begging to be seen. Pray as my child, allowed to come near, allowed to speak, allowed to lay burdens down before the Father. When you give, do not give out of fear that you will lose, but out of faith that every seed sown in purity is remembered by me. When you walk, do not walk as one trying to save yourself, but as one being led into good arrangements. I want you to trust me with every corner of your heart. The place that was closed by disappointment, the place that became doubtful after waiting too long, and the place that still silently asks whether this time will truly be different. My child, this time does not depend on your strength. This time depends on my word. This is the hour of holy restoration, the time when I begin to set in order what was once displaced, heal the places once touched by pain, and turn broken pieces into the foundation for new beauty. What the adversary once used to hurt you will not have the final word over your life. I have the authority to reverse evil, turn around what seemed like loss, and return to you not only what was taken, but also add maturity, clarity, peace, and lasting joy. You once thought there were things that would never come back. You once looked at empty places and wondered whether you would have to live forever with that lack. But I declare that I am the one who knows how to restore with glory, how to make what returns no longer the same as before, but better, deeper, and marked by grace. What was stolen will not merely come back like an old object returned late. It will return in the light of compensation. The years you thought had passed in vain will be gathered by me into wisdom. The opportunities you thought had slipped from your hands will be replaced by doors more fitting for who you are today. The prayers you once lifted in silence, prayers you thought had dissolved into the air, have been kept before me. Your hands will hold things your heart once only dared to dream of quietly. Not so that you become proud, but so that you know your Father has not forgotten. Not so that you cling to the blessing more than to me, but so that you recognize that when I give with wisdom, at the right time, and in the right way. I am restoring to you with increase, and no darkness can stop what I have decided. You may have been delayed, but you are not removed. You may have been tested, but you were not defeated. You may have cried in seasons no one understood, but your tears were not forgotten. I saw everything. I saw the times you still chose kindness, even while your heart was hurting. I saw the moments you still rose to pray even while you were weary within. I saw the times you forgave. Not because what happened was small, but because you did not want bitterness to rule over you. In those very seasons, I built a depth within you that the new blessing needs in order to remain for a long time. If you are still here, still reading, still feeling this word touch something inside you, then it is not a coincidence. There is a part of you that recognizes my voice. You know this word is not merely letters passing across a screen, but a calling sent at the right time, to the right place, to the right weary place within you. You were drawn here not by accident, but by an arrangement from above. There is something urgent I want to say to you. Do not let go right before restoration begins to bloom. Do not leave your place of prayer when the door is already moving. Do not return to the old way of thinking while I am teaching you to clothe yourself with new trust. Comment 777. If you know this moment was written into your journey before you understood what you were called to do, let it be your response that you hear. You believe. You are ready. And you no longer want to pass through this day in indifference. I have placed angels around your house, around your family, around your mind, around your work, your finance, and everything I have entrusted to your care. My protection is not as fragile as you think. No scheme against you can be greater than the power of your Father. It may be formed. It may be spoken. It may be covered in frightening appearances. But it cannot prosper when I stand with you. I am placing peace where panic once tried to dwell. I am stepping into your tangled thoughts and making them settle like water after a strong wind. I am filling the atmosphere around you with breakthrough, not chaotic breakthrough, but an ordered opening of the way, with light, support, and the mark of my love. So today, walk with a lighter heart. Do not hold anxiety as though it were your responsibility. Do not wake up and carry everything I never told you to carry alone. Let me be your Father in this day. Let me lead you through every encounter, every word, every decision, every waiting place. When you do not know what to do, pause and turn toward me. When you feel your heart shaken, remember that I have gone before you. When you see an open door, enter it with humility. When you meet a closed door, trust that I am also protecting you through that closing. This day does not belong to fear. This day is placed under my grace. And you, the child I love, will not walk as one abandoned, but as one covered, restored, guided, and prepared to see my goodness revealed in things you once thought impossible.